morning, it's 20 to 9 on the 27th of January. That's just left Gas about 20 minutes ago. We're just heading now up towards Sweden. So leg one, going to go as far as we can, take 9 off, and then hopefully get up to the ferry port just in northern Germany, ready to get the ferry up to Sweden. But I'll keep you updated as we go anyhow. So this is now on the A8, heading towards Lyon. Probably have to stop before we get to Lyon. To take a 45 before continuing. So the road hasn't been that bad. The weather's not great. It's been raining a couple of times, but hey ho, it is January at the end of the day. Nothing to do about that. The weather was good to us up in Gap for the rally. As you've probably seen, we were okay where we were. Very cold, but no snow, so that was good from our point of view. But anyhow, I'll keep you updated as we travel along the A8 up towards Lyon, Dijon, and then up towards Luxembourg and then Hamburg. But yeah, catch you in a bit. So we now find ourselves on the A7 heading towards Lyon, and we've got to remember that we've got to circumnavigate Lyon itself. So as you can see, the weather has turned quite pants. Still on the A7. Stopped there for 45 minutes to have a break. You probably won't be able to tell, but this is a big long hill down where you don't really want to be using your brakes. You use what's called an exhaust brake on a truck, so that your ordinary brakes don't heat up and then end up having a tyre fire. So I'm just on the A46 at the moment, going around the outskirts of Lyon itself, because obviously trucks aren't allowed to go through the centre. As you can see, it's very busy. There's me going past Lyon. I've now picked up the A42. I'm going to head up towards Dijon, Strasbourg, Mannheim, and up that way, up past Hamburg. Still got another 770 miles to travel, so it'll not be today. Hopefully it's tomorrow. Well, I hope so, because I've got a ferry to catch up to Sweden. So I'm now in Germany. We set off early this morning. We're meant to leave at 3:30, but one of the wagons got blocked in by another one, so there's a delay on that. Continued on up through France, and then picked up the 5 and heading up through Germany. I'm just heading up to Frankfurt, and just to the side of Frankfurt I'm just going to refuel, and then we'll be heading up towards Hanover, and then up to Hamburg and beyond. We're meant to be getting a ferry across to Sweden. It's leaving at 2:30 in the morning. That now isn't going to happen. There's no way that we'll make it up there, but that's just one of them things. So I'm just going along the 5 here up towards Hanover, and as you can see, it's got a 4-metre height restriction. Well, I'm 4.2, so I'm going to have to move out of that lane. That must be cabling for electric buses or something like that. I don't know if you can see it right at the top there on the right hand side. Bizarre. So we're still on the Autobahn 5, and that's the junction there for Würzburg, which is somewhere where me and Jack were meant to be going this year, but I decided to take up the opportunity to drive this truck for M Sport, the World Rally Championship. So that's going to have to be put off until next year. I know a lot of people have been to Würzburg to start the romantic road, and we're really looking forward to doing it. Now, this year is going to be the second year of attempting it, but last year I went off with Williams Racing. Quite inconsiderate of me, isn't it? But hey ho, next year it's a definite. That's me now on Autobahn 7, heading up towards Hanover and then on to Hamburg, which is over 300 kilometres away. I'm going to spend the night, I'm just going to take a turn off for Kessel, take 9 off and then start running and get the other ferry across and then start driving up and into Sweden and get there sometime tomorrow morning, lunchtime-ish. Get these vehicles parked up, get to the airport and get flights back to Manchester and then home until next Wednesday. So that's us now on hopefully the final leg to Sweden. We've got to go change of plans. We're now going up and getting a smaller ferry across to Denmark, up through Denmark, and then up through Sweden via Copenhagen. Morning again, it's 5:15, just passing round the eastern side of Hamburg itself, to go round to the north and then upwards to where we need to be to get the ferry across to Denmark and then to drive up to Copenhagen and to Sweden. We're just at Fermensundbyg, I think that's how you say it. Just heading to Puttgarden to get the ferry across to Denmark and then the drive up to Sweden. I do apologise about the reflection top right. That's a reflection of the windscreen going back onto the camera itself. Well, that was a little bit confusing, but that's me at the ferry port. Don't know what time I'll be boarding. Just have to wait and see now. So that's us off the ferry. The ferry was very, very easy, quick, only took 45 minutes. Had breakfast. Breakfast was nice, and I'm now just travelling up the E47, and then obviously I'll be crossing over and leaving Denmark to go into Sweden by Copenhagen. Looking forward to going over that long bridge. Forget the name of it, but I'll show you. Anyhow, I'll keep you updated on our progress, or my progress rather. So at the moment I'm just crossing the bridge on the E20. We're going to be going around the side of Copenhagen on the south-eastern side. So it says up there, Copenhagen Towers, Crown Plaza. I've just gone into a tunnel. We've just left Denmark and entered Sweden, and this is showing this bridge is going to be 4 kilometres long. Well, that's us arrived in Travemunde, where we're going to park the trucks for the week. Fly out this afternoon back to Manchester and then fly back here next Wednesday. Afternoon, it's 10 to 1 on the 5th of February. We flew into Copenhagen and then got the the car to Trelleborg, where we picked up the wagons and we're now heading up to, I think it's called Umea or whatever. I'll be corrected on what it's actually called. So So as you can see there, we're on the E6 heading north. It's a distance of 786 miles, so we're not going to make it today. I think we're going to do about 6 hours today, get parked up, take 9 off, and then do the rest of the journey tomorrow. So we're heading up towards Stockholm itself on the E4. Now this road itself reminds me very much of the A9 going up to Perth. So this is a bit of a rush hour traffic in the city, in the bright lights. We're still on the 4 heading towards Stockholm. We stopped for a 45 there. Unfortunately the restaurant wasn't open. We're going to push on for about another 3 hours, and then we're going to call it a day for today. We'll have broken the back of the journey and then continue it again tomorrow with a set of fresh eyes. So, morning, it's 7:30, and that's us heading now up towards Stockholm and then to our final destination, the service park at Umea, or whatever it's called, but I'll be able to tell you later on when I find out the correct pronunciation. At the moment it's -1, but the morning looks lovely. Looks like we're going to be in for a nice day. Hopefully it'll stay warm, but I don't think so. This is the morning traffic just passing Gothenburg. I think it's called, not Gothenburg, but Gothenburg, I think. So at the moment we're just a couple of miles short of Stockholm. Funny old thing, there's a big IKEA there on the right. Unusual to find one of them in Sweden, wouldn't it? So like any other city, obviously rush hour traffic, first thing in the morning, going to get held up. So this is obviously us passing through Stockholm now. Lovely big river there, I don't know what it's called, but we'll find out later on. Starting to get blue sky now. With hindsight, we should maybe have just taken a 9 off rather than 11, and would have been through Stockholm itself without hitting the rush hour traffic, but hey ho. So still travelling through Stockholm itself. Obviously you won't be able to see it, but I've never noticed it on a sat-nav ever in all the years that I've been driving. To the next junction or turn or stay on the road or whatever, my sat-nav is saying it's 312 miles. I think the most I've ever seen is just over 100 for the A9, but never that amount. Now I don't know if this is quite a ingenious idea by the Swedish people, but we're on a dual carriageway, then it goes to single carriageway, but across the other side of the road that now becomes a dual carriageway. Then this will last for maybe a mile, and then we'll go back to dual carriageway, and the opposite side will go back to the single carriageway. Is it traffic calming? Cost saving? It's a good idea. Would it work in the UK? Don't know. The warning sign there on the right hand side for moose. I hope I don't find a moose that's on the loose, so I think it'll make a bit of a mess of the truck. According to the sat nav, this bit here, it's got the ice either side of us and the snow. That's actually a lake that we're going over. We actually went over a bridge there, but you couldn't see it. Don't know if you can see that.
to get another view of the river, the frozen river itself, all the way around to, there's obviously a boat here with a cafe, round to a building that's obviously changed hands many times. In the background there is one of the hotels. I don't know if you'll quickly see, but they pick up the snow and put it in the back of wagons and take it away. Still not made it up into the town centre itself, but I'll get there eventually. So this looks like the main street itself. I'll just take a wander down here and see if I can get a coffee somewhere and a bite to eat. They've actually made a maze. Fantastic. And the bloke stood over there, I don't know what that's about.
Ja, hur ser det ut Robin? Vägbanan ser jättebra ut. Ja. Markeringen, så får vi se hur långt han har fallit. Han har lite fyra som
Good morning, it's the 18th of Feb, and that's me just leaving the service park in Umea, heading down to get the ferry. It's a 2-day journey, 759 miles to go. I won't make it, I'm hoping to get as far as Stockholm, but I'll keep you updated as we go along. So just crossing the big river that I videoed the other day that's still totally frozen, and as you can see, Umea itself is fast asleep. That looks lovely with the lights and all that. At the moment the road's a little bit slippy, it's saying it's -4. It'll be what it'll be, I'll just take my time. I've got 2 days to get there, not during the ferry until 8 o'clock tomorrow night. So a little bit of nighttime driving, as you can see. The road is black, even though, well, the temperature's come up a little bit now to -3. Still got the snowbanks at the side, still taking it fairly easy. I need to get to Trelleborg in one piece to get the ferry to then get back over, but I'll keep you updated anyhow. Morning, it's Wednesday the 19th of February, just after midnight. I took 9 off and decided to start at midnight itself to head down to Trelleborg. Now it's only a 6-hour drive, but by the time I've refueled and had to take a 45, you might as well say 7. So I'll get there between 7 and 8 o'clock in the morning. Say 8 o'clock at the worst. I'll put it on break, take 9 hours, and that puts me to 1700 or 5 o'clock, ready for getting the boat, boarding at about 2000. Why leave so early? Well, it means I get there, and if I've got any issues en route, then they can be dealt with before I get on the boat itself. Plus, as you can see, the road is a lot quieter. Anyhow, I'll keep you updated. So I've still got another 22 miles to go, just passing Malmo at the moment. I'm glad I did set off early, because I've had this freezing fog now for about 2 hours. Conditions are only going to get worse. with some drivers that can't drive in that type of weather, and accidents do occur. And as you can see, visibility is not that great. But hopefully I'll get to the ferry port in one piece. But I'll keep you updated anyhow. So I've arrived at Trelleborg, where I was meant to be getting the 10 o'clock ferry tonight. However, they have an app that you check in, and what it does is exactly the same as what Calais does. So it allocated me a 09:30 slot this morning. So I'm not complaining, it just means that I'll get into Germany earlier and get down to Rotterdam and get parked up there for the night. So hey ho, I got a cabin, don't know if it's indoor or outdoor, but I'll let you know anyhow. Catch you in a bit. Right, that's us getting off the ferry just now. It's just gone 6:05. So I managed to get my 9-hour break in. I had a little bit of an issue because I was told that the ferry docked at 7:45, so you can take a 9-hour off, so I knew I was safe. But then at about 2:30 there was a tannoy saying that the ferry was due to dock in the next 60 minutes. Unbeknown to me, it was going into Rostock. So I went and had a little bit of a panic, but checked with reception, and they agreed, or told me that yeah, it was going in, drop some passengers off and some freight off, and then coming on to Travemunde. So happy. Morning, it's 20 to 2 in the morning. I'm just going along the A1, heading towards Amsterdam, Utrecht, and then obviously I'll be turning off down towards Rotterdam, final destination, into secure parking. I left Germany a little while ago. I refueled there and took a 45-minute break, because you don't want to be doing it in Holland or the Netherlands too much, because of immigrants trying to get into the back of your trailer and all that. So You do it far away as possible. So I worked out it'll take me about 4 hours to get to Rotterdam to secure parking, so that's what I did. So then I have to stop again. But anyhow, I'll keep you updated. So this is me getting on the boat in Rotterdam, heading for Hull and then back to Duvenby. Hope you've enjoyed this and it hasn't been too much of a pain for you to watch. And catch you on the next one, which is on the road to Gran Canaria.